If this country was built on Christianity, it'd be a theocracy. We're not a theocracy, we're a democracy. Our laws are written by politicians. Most of our politicians, most of our lawmakers went to law school. They're lawyers. But nonetheless, there are some pretty straightforward constitutional things that cannot be violated. One is cannot violate the separation of church and state. Thomas Jefferson made it very clear that he felt that organized religion was one of the most evil things on the planet. I'm trying to find the actual quote. I haven't been able to find it yet. I've read it a couple of times. I always come across it, and I always forget to grab it and post it online for people. But there is a quote of Jefferson saying that he felt that religion was one of the most evil things on the face of the earth because so many people have been killed in the name of it, so many people have been oppressed in the name of it, so many rights, people's civil and social rights have been violated by using it. And he just really felt that it needed to stay the hell out of politics. And there's a whole, if you look up online, there's a whole bunch of quotes from Thomas Jefferson about religion. And Thomas Jefferson, probably of all the founding fathers, was probably the most adamant when it came to the concept of separation of state and church. He was very much a champion of that being placed in our laws, in our Constitution. He wrote plenty on the subject. Theocracy is a bad thing, and our founding fathers saw that. They saw it in the form of the Church of England, which is why we broke away. The Christian religion were not the only people here. There were people of other faiths that were here back then, and their rights had to be protected. You know, when the Salem witch trials happened, close to 100 and something people were jailed. I forget how many people were killed. Somebody who's more of a Salem witch trial historian, scholar, somebody you want to ask, but the way that was ended, it was a politician. I believe it was the governor. Yeah, I think it was the governor of the state of Massachusetts who came out and said, "Yo, what the hell are you doing?" And put a stop to it all. Says this is madness. You know, you're killing people over your religion because you think they're witches. You know, this has gone on too long. You know, and he set a lot of those people free. And there was a woman named Rachel something who I think 20 or 30 years prior had been incarcerated due to witchcraft, was also released because of this policy that this politician passed, saying that, you know, you can't do this. You know, he basically put an end to the whole concept of religion, saying they're taking people to court and using the law to sit there and lock them up or burn them at the stake or, you know, hang them and all that. So it was basically a state politician sat there and backed the Constitution and said, yeah, you know what, you can't be using religion to decide our laws. And then punishing people using our laws to back up your religion. Okay? Salem witch trials is a case in point. In God We Trust, that's on American money, was placed there later. If you look at money back then, it did not have In God We Trust on it originally. So a lot of Christians will say, look, even the dollar bill says In God We Trust. Well, that came later. That was not placed there by the founding fathers. Also, if you look at the dollar bill, it has all kinds of Masonic symbols all over it. So, In God We Trust, in what God? Doesn't tell you. The dollar bill does not tell you which God to trust. Okay? You're assuming that it's the Christian God. It could be the Mason concept of God, for all you know. So, yeah, this whole belief in a theocracy is kind of bogus. You're not going to get it, Christian. As long as the Constitution exists, and trust me, there are people in the right-wing fundamentalist movement who are trying to get laws passed to ratify the Constitution to basically void the Constitution. Believe it or not, there are Christians out there who are working on declaring the Constitution obsolete and wipe it out. They want it gone completely. And the reason why is because it's our #1 weapon against them. And they know it. They want a theocracy, and the Constitution is in their way. They want the very thing that they preach that the Antichrist is going to bring us. They want a one-world religion. And they want to be the shot caller. They want one to be able to decide what you're supposed to believe in, what you're allowed to, how you're allowed to dress, how you're allowed to think, what you're allowed to read, what you're allowed, to listen to as music. They basically want to have complete control. So, here's what I have to say to my pagan friends, my young ones out there who get a kick out of making these videos of debating with these people. Don't waste your time. Stop punching cement walls because the wall's not going to move. They're not going to change. You're arguing with a group of people who think the Earth is only 6,000 years old, even though scientists have proven that the oldest bones of a human ever found are over 160,000 years old. Actually, there's some new technology has allowed them to refine the dating process. They now believe those 160,000-year-old bones are actually 195,000 years old. But that's neither here or there. They've been able to prove using science that the Earth is over a billion, millions of years old. The time it takes for the planet just to develop. And they laugh in the face of facts. So you can't debate with a people who don't even accept facts. They literally take fantasy over facts. Okay? Your beliefs are yours, and you should follow your beliefs until they come up against the walls of facts. If they come up against the walls of fact, and you try to take them beyond the walls, your beliefs are probably hurting you, because you're no longer dealing with reality. And your beliefs should be based in reality. And so if you're ignoring scientific facts and trying to just ignore them and just violate them with your beliefs, you're hurting yourself. You really are. Okay? You can't keep, slamming your head into a wall going, this wall doesn't exist, this wall doesn't exist. Eventually you're going to smash your head and die. Believing the wall doesn't exist doesn't make the wall go away. Believing that the world is only 6,000 years old is not going to change the fact that it's actually millions. So, that's all I got to say. And young pagan, quit arguing with cement walls on YouTube and start writing your politicians every time these narrow-minded people try to place their ignorant beliefs onto law paper. Debate those people. You can at least debate with the politicians. They'll at least listen to you. They're more reasonable. That doesn't mean you can trust them, but they are more reasonable. They are reachable. So, that's all I got to say. This is Gypsy saying peace out.